Okay, we are back continuing on. Oh yeah, we just finished this quest.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Thanks, Xander buddy. Thanks.
Distasteful.
Oh, buddy. It's just that mushroom. I love mushrooms. Did I tell you guys that? I love mushrooms. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Continuing on our adventures. Okay, where are we going? Here. I have no idea. Somewhere around here, aren't I? See myself. Okay, there we are. Alright. The main quest is down here. Alright, well, let's go up this way and continue. Oh, should I don't know. Oh, no, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up north. We're gonna go this way. We got a boss man that I probably don't want to play with. My skewers. I made lunch and I was stalling because the mail should be coming any minute.
Good find, cohort.
But it wasn't showing up. So I just know I'm going to like get knee deep in a quest and then the mail is going to show up. And it wouldn't be a big deal, right? But my dogs love the mail lady, or mail person, I should say. So I'm sure some of you guys have heard this story, but years ago, I had a mail lady named Dawn, and I think was her name Dawn? No, I suddenly don't remember. Anyway, she's a very nice lady. I suddenly cannot think of her name. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Anyway, she had been a mail lady for years in our neighborhood, years and years and years and years. And she just, she had retired, but she was well known with the dogs in the neighborhood because she would always give them biscuits, give them treats. And it, of course, trained the dogs to watch out for her. So every time they even got a hint of the sound of the mail truck, even if it was like a block and a half or 2 blocks away, they would go crazy. Well, so my one dog, the first dog that I got, was trained on that. And then she trained my second dog that I got afterwards to listen for the mail truck. Now, both dogs have been alive longer than we had our mail lady. She actually retired probably 6 years ago now. Actually, I don't really know how long ago she retired. But she retired, but it hasn't stopped the dogs from barking when they hear the mail truck. But also, I guess, compounded on that when they do tell me that the mail comes, after I get the mail, they get biscuits. And so, I mean, I did that. That was my... the exclusionary mandates, Maracite selection all are equal. That the Supreme Spirit Akatosh is a unitary essence as proven by the monolinearity of time. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. I don't need to embarrass myself that much. Okay. Continuing. Apparently there's a book this way. We'll go grab that bad boy. But anyway, it should be arriving. The mail should be coming in at any time. And I was hoping to get the mail before I started recording. Because the dogs are loud. This is a brief account of Lamau Bell and the Restless Death. As brighter grows light, darker becomes shadow. So it passed that the Daedral Molog Ball looked on Arche and thought the Aedra prideful of his dominion over the death of man and mirror, and it was sooth. Bel, whose spear as is the wanton oppression and the entrapment of mortal souls, sought to thwart Arche, who knew that not man, nor mare, nor beast folk of all Nirn could escape eventual death. The Aedra was doubtless of his fear, and so Molag Bal set up Nirn to best death. Tamriel was still young and filled with danger and wondrous magic when Bel walked in. the aspect of man and took a virgin, Lamau Balfag. Oh, gosh. And the Natick peoples, savage and loveless, Bal profaned her body, and her screams became the shrieking winds, which still haunt certain winding forge of Skyrim, shedding a lone droplet of blood on her brow, while left Nirn, having sown his wrath. Violated and comatose, Lama was found by nomads and cared for. A fortnight hence, the nomad-weird woman enshrouded LeMay in Pow, for she had passed into death, and in their way the nomads built a bonfire to emulate the husk. That night, LeMay rose from her funeral pyre and set upon the coven, still aflame. She ripped the throats of the women and ate the eyes of the children, and raped their men as cruelly as Baal had ravished her. And so LeMay, who was known to us as the Blood Matron, imprecated her foul aspect upon the folk of Tamriel, and begot a brood of countless abominations, from which came the vampires, most cunning of the night horrors. And so was the scourge of undeath wrought upon Tamriel, cruelly marking Arkay's rhythm of life and death through the coming errors of the Ada and all his sadness. Arkay knew this could not be undone. Whoa! Whoa, where'd that dark story come from? Jeez. Jeez. What's gonna happen, sir, because I need mushrooms.
Another chance at perfection.
Oh no, we got dead bear. Why did the bears die? I mean, I would have killed them either way, but why are there dead bears? Alright, looks like we're going this... Sounds of NPC fighting. Anyway.
Be welcome, friend. Another traveler wanders in, but you don't look like a bard.
Hey, what is this place?
Welcome to Krogwallow. The Skald King's royal road workers live here during repair season. Have you used any of the flat, smooth roads in Eastmarch? That's our work. We've been working hard, and now it's time to celebrate. You should join us.
A celebration? Oh, that sounds like...
Maybe you can help me out. The cooks, Calagar and Hegvir, are arguing over what to serve. They want me to choose, but I hate to pick favorites. Calagar wants to serve steaks. Hegvir says goat stew. You can pick.
Sure, I'll go and talk to them.
We just need to make sure we have plenty of good food and we're all set. Funny that 2 visitors wandered in today. You and that bard. At least the party will have proper music this time.
Is the goat stew tasty?
Goat stew is delicious, full of meat and potatoes and not too many vegetables. Hegvir is a pretty good cook. She'll probably need your help getting some of the ingredients for her stew, though.
You like steak?
Of course I like steak. I'm Nord, aren't I? That's all Calagar really knows how to make. Bear steaks, usually. He'll probably need your help getting the meat.
Oh, jeez. Everyone say hi to Bella. Decided to just scare me by jumping on my leg. Okay, looks like we're going this way. Why are there passed out people? Peoples. Hi.
You look like you need a bear steak. Charred on the outside, bloody in the middle.
I was sent over. I need to decide who's going to serve what at the party.
Bears and the workers want meat. Seared, salted, and still bleeding. I ask you, what goes better with a cask of mead than a good bear steak? Nothing, that's what. Hegvir probably wants to make that fancy goat stew of hers. She uses herbs.
You have bear steaks?
That's where you come in. You look like you could carve up a bear. Go lure old Ironclaw from his cave. Just toss these leftovers Hegvir made out front. It should attract the bear. Goodness knows no Nord will eat the stuff. Well, don't take...
Taste this. I think it needs a pinch more salt.
I was told to decide which meal to serve at the party.
Oh, did he? I'm sure he'd want something extraordinary for the party. Not just a slab of meat that's burnt on the outside and raw in the middle. Something worthy of a chef of my caliber. A savory goat stew would do the trick.
What do you need for your stew?
One of the wild goats that wander around the area. They eat the flowers and sweet grasses during the spring and summer. It makes them so delicious.
Well, I'm thrilled to steaks more than I am stew. I like stew in the winter, but I need to think before I
Don't
decide.
wait too long. I need to get the ingredients all simmering together.
Girl power or go with my instinct of big chunky meat. Girl power.
Taste this. I think. Oh, did he? One of the wild goats that wander around
goat
the
stew
area.
sounds fine.
Wonderful. Here, if you feed this herb to a goat and pet it, it will follow you around like a lost puppy. Lead it back here, and I'll take care of the rest. The amazing aroma of the simmering stew will have mouths watering throughout Cragwallow.
Wait. I actually remember, I don't remember, but I remember this quest in the sense that I actually remember really liking it. And I don't remember why.
We can use this.
Need a goat. Oh, hey, I got a goat. Oh, it's got some ancestor soak. Goat. The bag goapy. Hilarious. Still with me.
I heard that Scorville baited the giants into attacking Lower Yorgrim.
Well, you did find a cute little goat for the main course.
Here's the goat you wanted.
Look at it. So adorable. So plump. And so delicious. I'll start cooking right away. One more thing. Beige wants more mead. Would you talk to Raldolph Wolfkin? You'll find him by the storeroom where we keep the mead. He has the key.
Sure, I'll go find him. A book. Oh, I see it. Second Invasion's report. The Akaviri land that their ships and forests, several have been turned away or sunk, but more slip past our guard. Our forces move forward to meet them in the cliffs over above the beaches, where we hold the high ground. From her vantage point, the Queen watches their approach, and she'll get to see firsthand the ferocity and the strength of the Bloodclaws. The Akaviri ships have dropped anchor back from the beach. Perhaps they fear our blades. I say let them starve themselves in their ships, but Princess Nirnhild believes they plot rather than cower. She is wiser than I, so I have set scouts to find and foul any cowardly underhanded tactics that might be ready to deploy. More than a week, and still the Akaviri do not attack. The soldiers grow restless, and Princess Nirnhild broods. Scouts have returned without any information. Still, I continue to send them day after day, and none have spoken against me. But I see their looks as I order yet another patrol along the beaches. The blood claws were made for slaughter, not for waiting. Arguments and fighting in the camp, and the Akaviri still wait with their fleet just beyond our grass. We heard reports of attacks north and south of us along the coast, even as far south of the Dark Elf lands. The troops wonder why we wait when the fighting takes place elsewhere, and wonder begins to turn to anger. Princess Nirnhild insists that this is their main fleet, and that they are trying to lure us away from our position. When she speaks, the soldiers become calm and thoughtful. She cuts right through their anger and bitterness. I wish she would address them more often. An Akaviri ship has landed safely. It hit the beach in the darkness just before morning. Our soldiers surrounded it, expecting a hail of arrows from within, but none came. It was odd that such a large ship breached itself, but the troops were bored and hungry for blood. The magical traps on the ship claimed the lives of 7 warriors. I've never seen the troops so angry. Even the princess had trouble calming them. When the Akaviri land, they will be torn to shreds. If we don't tear ourselves apart first, that is. Reports of the Dark Elves' lands being overrun. There's little love lost between the Nords and Dark Elves, but at this moment we share the frustration they must feel. The report talks of Akaviri in their fields and our warriors' hunger for the combat. I spoke with the princess. I told her this news may have pushed the Bloodclaws to a new level of rage. She said nothing, only pressed her lips together. She was always several steps ahead of the rest of us, and I fear she has seen something I have yet to notice. The Akaviri landed this morning, a massive wave of destruction crashing upon the beach. Our soldiers were whipped into a frenzy as the call to arms rang out. They were reckless, and the first rush was cut down by archers before a proper line could be formed. Our recklessness cost us the beach, and the invaders now have a foothold in our land. We had to fall back. Fighting was too intense, and Princess Nirnhild ordered the troops back to Windhelm. We'll fight from the walls and use the strength of the city to crush the invaders once and for all. Tension runs high tonight as we wait for the Akaviri to press forward. I saw Nirnhild donning armor. The Bloodclaws will follow her, listen to her orders like the voice of the dragon itself, but the risk is so great. Word has come to us that the princes are nearby, fighting their way to the city. I pray they arrive in time to help. Queen Marjarn and Princess Nirnhild are dead. Nirnhild led the Bloodclaws into combat when the gates of Windhelm fell. They fought like I've never seen anyone fight before, raging in perfect coordination. When the queen went down, the rage took over, though Nirnhild donned the crown and tried to restore order to our lines. The Akaviri were driven from the city. They thought to goad us, and they did, but the beast they awoke was more than they could handle. And then they came back. Now Queen Nirnhild is dead. I should have been able to command my warriors, control them. It would have been me, not her. The responsibility for their deaths is mine, and I'll explain that to the princess personally. Aw. So she really was just a queen for a very short period of time, huh? Okay. Where am I going? This.
Oh, looky!
Hey. I got distracted by the book. Hey.
What do you want?
The keys, alright, the cooks said you have the key to the storeroom?
Key? What key? Oh, what's the use? It wasn't their fault. They didn't mean to take it. I won't say any more. I won't tattle on my friends.
Oh, well, I'm confused. What are you talking about?
The key is lost, but I know where it is. Sort of. One of my wolf friends snatched it off my belt. Swallowed it in one gulp. I refuse to kill them for a key. They are beautiful, noble creatures. A woman who once loved me treated them as kin.
You view the wolves as friends.
I do. If you had known Olda and seen her among the wolves, well, you would look at them differently too. She was blessed by kine, and the wolves were always gentle around her. She taught me to respect them. Oh, my fair Olda.
Well, unfortunately, we need that key.
Do what you must then. They ran to the north. They're probably not far. Oh, my noble friends. I can't bear to watch this.
You know, I would leave.
Run, my wolf brethren. Save yourselves.
You tell them. I would leave the wolves
Am I
alone.
drunk?
But they always
Or is it
attack.
me?
I'm a wolf with the key. Alright. Well,
Onward and upward!
not those guys. Alright. We'll keep looking. There we go. Around. 1 second, but I don't see anything worth getting too crazy about. Come back this way. Real quick before I'm gonna go pop down here really fast. Oh, after I grab this jute that I don't really need.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Oh, there's not a quest down here waiting. Alright. Are you, Okay, I see. From that one angle, it looked like she was like half sunk into the tree, and that was a little concerning, but she was fine. She was fine.
Do you think I'm pretty?
An NPC just asked, do you think I'm pretty?
Looks like you've been busy.
Here's some more mead for the Barney.
Thanks for all your help. Now relax and have some fun. The party's already started. You know, we could use some music, though.
I thought there was a bard.
Oh, there is. He's the one not dressed like a royal worker. He's upstairs last I checked. Why don't you go up and ask him to play us a song?
Do you throw these celebrations often?
As often as we can. The Skull King himself sends the mead to us on a regular basis. Likes to keep his workers happy. Good man, King Yoren. Sure bless him.
Are there other camps like Crag Swallow?
Here and there. These camps are well built and well maintained. Great places to rest when the weather turns ugly.
Okay. Alright. Up we go. Do you think there's something suspicious with the, bard?
A fine gathering. A fine gathering indeed.
Everyone's hoping to hear a song or two.
I suppose I have made them wait long enough. I like to build anticipation in my audience. Makes the reaction that much better.
So you play for us now?
Yes, it's time. A bard must always gauge the audience. You want them relaxed, receptive. If they are too deep in their cups, they can't appreciate the wonderful tones of my lute. My fine ladies and handsome gentlemen, it is time for music. Relax and listen to my songs. Let the music soothe you.
What happened here? There are dead and injured people all over the place. And who are you?
That got dark quick.
Those bones, why me?
I need to figure out what happened here. My friends deserve answers.
I don't know what happened.
I'm the overseer for the royal work crews in this area. When I left for Wilhelm a few days ago, my workers were hale and whole. Now I come back to find many of them cut down and the rest injured and confused. I need answers.
Must have blacked out.
You and anyone else who survived whatever happened here. I need to report to Jarl. How did you end up in Cragwallow?
The workers invited me to join their celebration.
My gut tells me you aren't responsible. No injuries, but you seem to be recovering your wits well enough. Help me investigate what happened. Talk to some of the survivors. Let's see if we can piece together recent events.
Sure, I'll go talk to them.
We need to figure out what happened here.
I want to catch whoever's responsible for this.
Did you see who attacked you?
1 pint of mead. Not even. Half a pint at best. My memory is all hazy. I sang along with the bard. His lute was just enchanting. Next thing I know, I wake up covered in wounds. It's a mystery.
Did you see anything?
Such a blur. I might have seen things moving around. Not quite human, but too small to be trolls. Not ice wraiths either. Those things leave ice all over the place. Yes, that's it. We were attacked by small, not quite human things.
Okay. Thanks. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh no. He's dead. We liked him. One thing I've learned about Elder Scrolls, don't get too attached, man.
Why would anyone attack Cragwallow?
Did you see what happened?
To be honest, I wasn't seeing all that clearly before the attack. I admit I had a drink. Or 7. I remember there was singing, then the screaming started. Or was it screaming and then singing?
The attackers were singing?
No. We were singing. The bard was playing. I think I saw you singing along too.
Who was screaming, the attackers or the workers?
It's all so confusing. But now that you mention it, perhaps it was more like shrieking. Like some kind of angry creature swooping in for the kill.
Can you remember anything else?
No, I wish I could. That poor bard, I think I remember him yelling too.
My head aches and everything looks blurry.
Ovid Grey Sky asked me to investigate what happened.
I took a hard knock on the head. I don't remember much from earlier today. There was drinking and singing and pie. I think I remember pie.
Did you see or hear anything just before you were hit?
I wish I could remember something. I was relaxed, drinking a bit. I heard the bard start to play and I decided I was going to have another piece of pie. Next thing I knew, I woke up with this lump on my head and they're all dead.
So you didn't notice anything unusual?
No, it was just a normal pie. Apple, I think. Oh, sorry. I'm still a bit fuzzy. I think there might have been a brawl outside. Maybe someone got into a fight.
I'll find whoever did this.
Show them no mercy. Oh, I think I need to lay down for a while.
Was really into the pie. Poor guy.
Everyone seems confused. Did you find out anything at all?
People remember having fun, then listening to the bard, and then they were attacked.
In a haze of memories, that bard and his music stand out like the sun on a clear winter's day. But where is he? I don't see a bard among the living or the dead.
I need to find that bard.
I agree. Search the area and see if you can find him. People remember music, and the bard is missing. A coincidence? Maybe, but I don't like the sound of it. I'll stay here to help the wounded and keep watch over the camp.
Okay, I'll go find him. Oh no, I wanna... Aww.
I should have been nicer to Catalogue. Told him his cooking wasn't too terrible.
Poor guy. Right. There's a lot of dead people. Jeez. A crude sword, not the sort of finely forged weapon commonly carried by bandits or soldiers. A scattering of crudely made arrows, perhaps dropped during a struggle. It appears that whoever attacked Cragswallow used this path. Okay. As predicted, the mail came. We're back.
Please, help a dying. I'm not as strong or as fast as I used to be.
What happened?
I was assaulted by the same creatures that attacked Cragwallow. You track these monsters? Then I implore you to aid a dying old man.
What do you need?
I was a soldier before joining the work crew. My sword and shield saw me through many battles. But I am a shadow of my former self. The creatures took my items and left me to die. I want my sword and shield with me for my final journey.
I'll find your sword and your shield for you. Oh, I lost Xander. Xander? This tankard matches the others from the Mead Hall. Maybe the bard used this one. It's a bit battered and dented now. It seems like someone was dragged up this path.
A fated arrival. We can...
There was nothing I could do.
I'm looking for Valding the Bard.
I'm one of the royal workers. I followed the creatures that dragged off the bard, Reeklings. Unless I miss my guess. They haven't been seen around these parts in years. There were too many of the foul creatures. I couldn't help him.
Where did they take him?
Into that cave. I never even knew there was a cave up here. He was still alive when they dragged him in there. The goblins seemed excited about something.
Have you searched the cave?
I'm a road worker, not a soldier. I'm not going to walk into a den of Reeklings. That would be suicide. Whatever has the Reeklings so riled up probably led to the attack on Cragwallow. I hope you can save the bard and figure out what's going on.
Sure, I'll search the cave. It has to probably do with the harp, I guess. Want the grave. Works off this way. There's a book here. Halo's journal. We found a cave today. It looks to be an old buried ruin. This place is very quiet. No evidence of creatures or beasts that we can see. The ankle I injured when we tried to loot the Mosluft still hurts. While I rest here, Jace is going around the long way to see if he can open the gate from the other side. Wish he would hurry. I really hate how quiet this cave is. Maybe this time we'll find some treasure we can sell. I'd love to settle down somewhere. Maybe Riften. I'm tired of exploring holes in the ground and fighting monsters. Too much wear and tear on my aching bones. Oh. Apparently, I gotta go the long way. So back we go. Sorry, Xander.
Found it!
I got us. Oh. Oh, I gotta go this way. And that.
Get me out of here!
Are you alright?
No, I'm not all right. These creatures dragged me here after slaughtering half the workers at Cragwallow.
You remembered what happened. Why doesn't anyone else?
Well, about that, I'm not actually a bard. I found the loot. It's enchanted. I play a few notes and my audience falls asleep. They wake up later, a little confused, a little groggy, and missing some gold or an item or two. Perfectly safe.
People died because of your loot.
I had no idea it would attract Greeklings. They placed it on that altar thing over there. Their chief seems to like to look at it. He keeps coming in. Makes me nervous how he stares at me.
That loot needs to be destroyed.
But it's... well, I suppose you're right. Go ahead and destroy it. Then we can get out of here. You're going to have to get the key from the Reekling chieftain to let me out of the cage. You are going to let me out, aren't you?
I think about it.
You got the key? Open the cage.
Oh, I'm not sure what I should do with you.
What? You wouldn't leave me in here.
Oh, he stopped talking. I had no idea the loot would attract the Recklings. It never did before. Oh, I never wanted the workers to get hurt. I'm not a violent person. If you promise to surrender yourself to the royal workers, I'll open the cage.
I'm not a criminal.
Well, not a dangerous criminal. Alright, I swear by the snow on my mother's grave, I'll turn myself in.
Get me out of...
Oh, fine. Xander doesn't need my help.
Find more with many eyes!
Such dramatics for a skeever. What? That was weird. When the game's servers get busy, it is Saturday afternoon. When the servers get busy, I notice that there's a little bit more bugs that happen. Like, I don't know, phasings and things get a little weird. And for the most part, it's fine. It's not a biggie.
I'm very sorry about what happened.
You promised to surrender yourself to the royal workers.
Yes, of course, I did promise. I don't suppose I could just promise to find a new line of work, and then we could just skip the part that requires me to surrender.
No.
All right, all right. I'll go back to Cragwallow and tell the royal workers what happened.
Tell them the truth.
I may not be the most honest Nord, but I promised I would surrender myself to the royal workers if you got me away from the Reeklings, and I will. I've never intended for anyone to get hurt. I'll stay away from enchanted items from now on.
Better.
Your search for knowledge continues.
I better see you there. He appears peaceful. His ancestors surely welcome him to Sovngarde. We placed his sword and shield near his body. You spot a small pouch beside Lothgar's body. Oh, puppy, were you sitting with your master? Oh, puppy. Sorry. You were the goodest boys. Isn't there a phrase, better on your shield than under your shield? This makes me think about that. I think that's how that phrase goes. swing back through here and talk to these guys.
The bard returned, telling a strange tale about an enchanted lute. He seemed quite distraught.
The Reeklings were drawn here because of the loot.
Indeed. That's what Valding said. The poor sods in the foreman's cottage recovering. Imagine having an enchanted lute and not even realizing it.
Oh, he lied. He lied. I'm gonna go find him. He lied. If I hadn't checked. I don't think he's here right now. Check though. I'm determined to find him. To ask him what the hell. Not in here. At this house. I'll pop over to this house. One further up the hill too as well. Heck. Balding.
Thanks for helping me back there. I don't want to think about what those Reeklings were going to do to me.
So what did you exactly tell these people?
The truth, mostly. Perhaps I included one or two omissions. I explained all about your most excellent rescue, though, I assure you. For a fake bard, I can tell a rousing tale.
You skipped the part about you actually being a thief, didn't you?
Well, I saw no reason to tell them. I knew the lute was enchanted before I started playing. I'm giving up my thieving ways. I shall return home to solitude, eventually. And perhaps get some proper training at the Bard's College.
Liar. And I know for a fact in my first playthrough, I missed that you could go back and talk to him. So naive. I trusted him.